What's good, you guys? This be your boy TJ, and welcome back to another NFL season, the 2018-2019 NFL season. We are back, baby, in full effect. This is how you will catch me for the next couple of weeks or so until I try to find some more tools and how I'm going to be doing my introductory to my videos during the NFL season. So yeah, this is your first time. Comment, like, and subscribe, and come back each and every Tuesday afternoon for my weekly picks. With that, I'm going to give you my 3 straight up, 3 against the spread, and 3 over-unders to 3 of these games that I kind of find intriguing. Let us first start with the Thursday night football game. We got the NFC division rematch between the Atlanta Falcons traveling to Philly to face my reigning defending undisputed Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are 2.5 point favorites at home. Nick Foles, he is going to be the signal caller for this game because Carson Wentz is still not able to play. He's not clear to play, but I believe he could be ready probably in their next home game against the Colts 2 weeks from now. In this game, they're going to be missing Alshon Jeffrey because he is ready. He's been clear from off the physically unable to perform, and he'll probably be back same time as Carson Wentz. So with that, they will have Marcus Wheaton, who just got re-signed back to the team after he was cut over the weekend, to take over the helm until Jeffries get back. Matt Howlands, he hurt his groin, nothing to do with his sports hernia during the offseason. So yeah, so the Eagles are hurting on the offensive side when it comes to wideouts. Tight ends, Dallas Goedert making his NFL debut. I think he's going to have a good game with Zach Ertz right there with him. Defense, I'm not worried about. They just got Michael Bennett from the Seattle Seahawks. So yeah, and they got another guy in Ngata from the Detroit Lions. So yeah, I think the Eagles' defense is going to be superb this season with the return of Malcolm Jenkins and Barnett and Graham and Darby and, Sidney Jones, the 5th. He is making his official debut as the cornerback for this team. So, yeah, I think they're going to give the Falcons some trouble. Meanwhile, Falcons are having trouble of their own. I'm not sure what their defense is going to be doing too much because they got killed with that Tampa Bay team just a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, definitely they're going to have some issues there. But Matt Ryan, still your signal caller there with Julio Jones and Sanu, and also you gotta don't forget Tevin Coleman as well as Devontae Freeman. So yeah, Falcons are going to give the Eagles some trouble in the game on Thursday, but it's going to be a close game. That's why I picked the Eagles to beat the Falcons in that game straight up. But however, I do have the Falcons taking those points, covering those points. The Eagles, like I said, are 2.5 point at home. I'm going to tell you to take Atlanta 2.5 to cover the spread, and the total points for that game is 45 points. They only scored 25 points together in that NFC game because it was cold. So yeah, it's going to be warm. We're still going to take it under 45 points because it could still easily be a 21 to 7. It could be a 21 to 17 ball game. We'll just have to wait and see. So I'm taking it under 44 points in that game between the Eagles and Falcons, and the Eagles to win straight up, or the Falcons to cover those points. Next, I got the New England Patriots over the Houston Texans. Patriots are going to be without Tom Edelman for 4 games of the suspension. So their offense is a little shaky. And also they let go Gillislee from the running back department. So yeah, they still got to worry about Chris Hogan and the other running back. I forget his name. And don't forget, I said Tom Edelman. Not Edelman. It was, I forget, but anyway, not going to spend too much time on that. But the Patriots defense, I kind of see a little shaky, but we'll see. The Houston Texans, like I said, they're going to be a interesting team to see. Deshaun Watson, he's back. If he stay healthy, they're gonna do a lot of things with the Texans. And J.J. Watt, he's back. Even he's back. I think these Texans are for real. But in this game, I got the Patriots to win out at home, Jet Stadium, to beat the Texans. Next game, I had the Jacksonville Jaguars over the New York Giants. The Jaguars, I don't think they're going to have a season like they did last, but they're going to make it a pretty interesting one. Blake Bortles, still a little inconsistent. Yeah, I see some inconsistency coming to him too. Marcus Lee, who is out for the season. They're short of a wideout. They need to sign Dez Bryant. They need to do it ASAP. Whoever their wide receiver is, they're going to have some trouble. But in this game against the Giants, not too much. I'm not worried about their defense. So, yeah, Jaguar defense is going to be superb. Jalen Ramsey, Darius, and don't forget Calais Campbell. So, yeah. The Giants, like I said, Eli Manning, the signal caller there. They let go Davis Webb, backing him up. So, yeah, Giants got a lot of, work to be doing. But they did get Nick Chubb in the Giants organization on defense. I don't know how much of a great acquisition that's going to be. And the new head coach is Pat Shermer formerly from the Eagles. So, yeah, like I said, Giants got their work cut out. Saquon Barkley, he's going to be a good runner. But will he be great in this game? Not too sure. Odell Beckham, I'm not sure about him. Signing that big contract, believe it or not. So, was it too much? Most of y'all say he deserved it, but he better win these games for these Giants. But he's not going to win. Giants not going to win over against these Jaguars on the road, at home, facing these Jaguars in MetLife Stadium. The Jaguars are 3-point favorites on the road. I'm going to tell you to take those points and give it to the Jaguars. Small price to pay. Give the Jaguars those points. Win straight up. Total points for that game is 43.5 points. This is going to be a low scoring game because Blake Bortles and Eli Manning are both inconsistent quarterbacks. So, yeah. 43.5 points. Not too shabby. It's not going to be that many points. So, let's take those points and take it under 43.5 points for the game between Jacksonville and the New York Giants. Next game, I have the Minnesota Vikings all over the San Francisco 49ers. Minnesota having the likes of goodness. What is his name? You like that? New quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. Just like that. I forgot his name. Oh my goodness. Kirk Cousins. Jeez. He's got weapons that he can throw to, so I definitely think Minnesota is going to be a for real team. Do I see them better than they were last season? Sort of, kind of. They could, possibly get 11 or 12 wins this season. I don't think they're going to get pretty much like they did last season, 12, 11 wins. So, yeah. And Dalvin Cook, he's back running with this team with the Vikings. So, yeah. Definitely see good things happening with the Vikings this season. And don't forget Stephon Diggs, that miracle touchdown to knock the Saints out of the playoffs and going ahead to face the championship game with the Eagles. So, yeah. You should see something like that happen again with him again this season. Don't forget Kyle Rudolph in it as well. Defense with the Vikings, I think you see a bit of defense coming on their way. San Francisco with Jimmy Garoppolo, his first official regular season start with the 49ers. Matt Breida running for the 49ers. I don't think there's going to be too much to say about that. Defense, they got Richard Sherman, big deal, but I think the Vikings handle business against the 49ers in Minnesota Sunday afternoon. Next game, I got the Saints over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Depending on what this hurricane they're going to have supposedly between later this afternoon and this evening will depend whether they will still have a game Sunday or not. We will wait and see. But in this game, I do have the Saints winning. Mark Ingram is suspended for I think a couple games. So they're going to have to give it to Alvin Kamara to do the running. And remember, They just got Brandon Cooks from the not the Rams. I'm assuming that's the Rams. I'm sorry, because he was with the Saints. He's not there anymore. Saints got, you gotta remember, they got Ted Ginn Jr. and a few other sorts of cast and characters on that offensive side. Defense, they got a nice little defense core themselves for New Orleans, and don't forget Drew Brees playing his 10-plus season. So yeah, he gonna do big things for the Saints as well. Tampa Bay without Jameis Winston, they're gonna have so much trouble. Signal calling for that is Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm not real certain about that, even though this is an NFC South division game. Division game is always going to be close, but I don't see it being close at all. So even with Deshaun Jackson and Mike Evans, I'm not really certain what they're going to do here. So give the Saints the win at home against the Buccaneers. I got the Tennessee Titans over the Miami Dolphins. Tennessee have Derrick Henry, and they just picked up Deion Branch from the Patriots on free agency. The running back for the Cowboys and Eagles, he has retired. Sayonara. They have a pretty good core. Marcus Mariota, if he can stay healthy, he will do big things for this Titans team. And defense, they have a pretty good defense as well. But Miami, with Ryan Tannehill back, signal calling, he still got Matt Moore. I think Matt Moore is still with the team. Landry, the wide receiver, he's no longer there with the Dolphins. So yeah, he's with the Cleveland Browns now. Dolphins, I think, probably will lack on defense, but strive on offense. So I'm going to give the Titans this win on the road against Miami in South Florida. I got the Ravens all over the Bills. Baltimore to beat Buffalo. Nate Pittman for the Bills. I'm not certain about LaShawn McCoy. He's got so much on his plate, along with those legal issues during the offseason. I don't think he's going to have an up and down season as well. Kelvin Benjamin need to get it together. Since his acquisition with the Bills from Carolina, he has done absolutely nothing. He did get hurt. I think he should have a better season. If not, then I think he should just go ahead and hang it up, retire early, because he's not really doing anything for Buffalo. They do have that quarterback, and I forget who he is. Jeez, I forgot who he is. But yeah, Bills probably going to be the worst team in the AFC East Division. Baltimore, meanwhile, with Joe Flacco at the helm, final years, maybe year. He got Lamar Jackson, and then you got to remember, you got Robert Griffin III as his second backup, third Lamar Jackson. And they just picked up, they just picked up somebody else too. Ravens just going to be doing big things for Baltimore this season. They just picked up somebody. Who did they just pick up? Oh, just that fast, I forgot already. So, yeah. Jeez. My head just went blank already. So, that's why I got the Ravens winning out against the Bills in Baltimore on Sunday. The AFC North rivals, Pittsburgh Steelers, to face the Cleveland Browns. I have Pittsburgh winning this game big. Le'Veon Bell, still a holdout for the Steelers. They're not, too concerned about that. But you still got Antonio Brown and Juju and the rest of the crew on the offensive line for the Steelers. And on defense, they got a defense, so definitely look out for that. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Browns getting Tyrod Taylor from the Bills, and also getting Baker Mayfield in the draft, backs him up. And they had Michael Kendrick, but he got released due to a crime that he's going to be spending a lot of jail time for. And they just got Jarvis Landry from the Miami Dolphins. So they got themselves a big offensive line. And don't forget Josh Jordan. He is back on the receiving wide end for Cleveland. And defense, they got Bradley Chubb. So they got some good things going on with that team. But against the Steelers, no way, Jose. Steelers all over the Browns in Cleveland. I got the Cincinnati Bengals in an upset to beat the Indianapolis Colts. I think, The Cincinnati Bengals quarterback, what is his name? Ooh, what is his name? That fast. He's going to have a better season. A.J. Green's going to have a better season. Cincinnati, who only lost one game in the preseason, I think is going to have a better season this season coming up. But Marcus, not Marcus. I'm crazy. Marvin Lewis, I think he's in his final year with the Cincinnati crew. Oh goodness, if I could remember his name, the quarterback for the Bengals, but I'm not going to touch too much on that. But yeah, Bengals are going to be a better team this season. Meanwhile, the Colts, Andrew Luck, I'm not buying that he's back, even though they do have a new head coach in Frank Reich, formerly from the Eagles offensive coordinating team. I just don't see it happening. And they just picked up Carlos Hyde, big deal, and Ty Hilton. I think they're going to do okay on the offensive line defense. I'm not certain. I'm not certain on the defense. Definitely. So, yeah, this is my upset pick of the week. I'm going to take the Bengals to beat the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. I got the LA Chargers in the late game to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I think Phillip Rivers is going to have a better season with Melvin Gordon and the likes of a new head coach in Lynn. I do see that happening once again. Well, he's not the new head coach. He's back as the head coach. Like I said, Phillip Rivers is going to have a better season. Melvin Gordon, he's going to be running all over the AFC and the rest of the NFL at times. The defense lacks a little bit, but I'm not really, worried about their defense. Offense for the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes as a signal caller since Alex Smith signed with the Redskins. I'm not buying him either. Andy Reid has to figure something out and fast. They just let go of Chadwick West. He's with the Jets now. But they do have Kareem Hunt. And don't forget Tyreek Hill doing big things over there. And don't forget Travis Kelce. Yes, Travis Kelce. He is their tight end there. He's going to do big things for them as well. But in this game, I got the Chargers over the Chiefs in the battle of the AFC West team. I got the Seattle Seahawks over the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson trying to rebuild this team. They don't really have much of a defensive line, even though they got Earl Thomas, but no more Legion of Boom. I'm not even sure Cam Chancellor is still there. But yeah. But offense, they do have they did pick up Sheldon Richardson, but so what? Offense, Russell Wilson be doing the play calling for the Seahawks. Running back, okay. They still got what is his name? But yeah, few players on the Seahawks team on offense you can look out for. Denver, I'm not sure of. Well, I don't know what John Elway was thinking of getting Case Keenum. I'm not sure if he's going to get acclimated with the climate at Mile High Stadium. So yeah, I'm not sure about Denver. They let go Aqib Talib. And yeah, someone else just retired from the Broncos. He was formerly with the Eagles, but he just retired. I forgot his name that fast. But yeah, like I said, Paxton Lynch, he got cut over the weekend. So like I said, this is not going to be much of a game for Denver against the Seahawks. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair either. So Seahawks to beat the Broncos at Mile High Stadium. I have the Washington Redskins to beat the Arizona Cardinals in Glendale. The Redskins with Alex Smith signal calling. With Adrian Peterson as running back, this is with Adrian Peterson's revenge game, redemption against his former team. So, yeah. I see the Redskins winning out in this game. The Cardinals, they got a pretty good season, but they just got a new head coach, a new quarterback in Sam Bradford, who time is going to lack as well. When you get Ryan Kerrigan in there, just like he did other quarterbacks, it's going to be an all-day field day for the Redskins over the Cardinals. David Johnson, he's going to run pretty well. Larry Fitzgerald, he's going to do okay this season. I think this will probably be his swan song this season for Arizona. So yeah, I got the Redskins over Carolina. Excuse me, the Cardinals and Glendale, Arizona over in the desert. We got the Dallas Cowboys going to lose to the Carolina Panthers. I just don't see the Cowboys doing much of anything. They did pick up a chief linebacker over the weekend. Big deal. They don't have an offensive line. Ezekiel Elliott, yeah. Number 11, Beasley. Todd Beasley right there. I'm not sure about him this season. Dak Prescott, I'm not sure with him. And it's just going to be too much for the Cowboys to really focus on this season. Carolina just got Torrey Smith from the Eagles. So, yeah, offense is doing good for them. Christian McCaffrey going to be the running back for the Panthers. And Cam Newton going to do a little bit of running, but a lot of scrambling. So, less running for Newton, but he will scramble at times. So, I'm going to take the Panthers over the Cowboys in Carolina. The Sunday night game is the Chicago Bears getting trounced by the Green Bay Packers in the NFC North battle. I don't know if it's going to be a trouncing, but it's going to be a tight game. Aaron Rodgers signed a big contract, just picked up Jimmy Graham on tight end. Now Jordy Nelson has moved from the NFC to the AFC. I think the Green Bay defense is going to bring it back up a bit. And don't forget, they have the backup quarterback, and he was with the Cleveland Browns. You know who I'm talking about, so let's leave it there. The Chicago Bears getting Khalil Mack from the Raiders in a trade because the Raiders won a first-round pick. Really? Yeah. So I don't know what was up with that, but the Bears went out on this trade. Big ups on their defense. Offense, they picked up Trey Burton from the Eagles, their new tight end, and a few other players over there as well. And don't forget the running back of Jordan. He's going to do big things. And Mitch Trubisky. He's going to have a pretty good season. But in the game against the Packers, I have beaten the Bears in Lambeau Field. And in the doubleheaders on Monday night, I got the Lions over the Jets. Matthew Stafford and company should get the job done. They just got LeGarrette Blount, even though Haloti Ngata is with the Eagles now. So, big deal. Golden Tate should do big things for the Lions. Meanwhile, the Jets, Sam Darnold makes his NFL debut as the quarterback. Now, Teddy Bridgewater has been traded. I'm just not certain what else they can possibly do in this game. So, I got the Lions over the Jets. And in my final pick of this week, I have the Rams over the Raiders in the battle of the Californian City versus the Bay. Rams just picked up Aqib Talib, and also picked up Ndamukong Suh. So, just like the Dodgers getting some big names, the Rams get big names. And don't forget they got Robert Woods and Todd Gurley on that squad on offense, along with Jared Goff, who could be Carson Wentz this season. We'll see. Oakland, John Gruden, I think should have stayed. I think he should have stayed as a commentator instead of a coach. Signed for 10 years. Raiders, I think, is going to go down big. I think it's just going to be a barn burning for this team. Derek Carr, he's okay, but Marshawn Lynch, do he still have that pep in his step? I'm not sure if he's going to be able to stop this Ram defense, but we'll see about that. But I just don't see the Raiders winning this game. Even though they got Jordy Nelson and the wide receiver, you got to throw it to him. That's the problem they're going to have with the Rams in this game. So, with that, the Raiders are 4.5-point dogs at home. I'm going to tell you to give those points to the Rams, -4.5. The Rams will win the game straight up. Total points for this game is 49.5 points. The Rams could definitely take this over, but in a game like this, it could go either way. NFC West versus AFC West. Yeah, so I'm going to keep it under 49.5 points in that game between the Rams and the Raiders. City versus the Bay. Well, guys, that is my time for my NFL Weekly Picks in Week 1 this week. What did you think about the video? Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know who you think is going to be the big winners this week. who you think is going to have the big upset this week, and yeah, nothing else in between. Alright, with that said, this your boy TJ. Look for me on Thursday to give you my NFC, AFC outlook for the rest of this upcoming season, the 2018-2019 season. You can check me out, like I said, probably either early Thursday afternoon or late Thursday afternoon. Other than that, it will get posted, so check me out then. And check out my other videos as well. I do laugh challenges and I also do reaction to some videos that you may want to check out and get your little laugh on or whatnot. Alright, so that's it here. This your boy TJ. Thank you so much for watching. Again, comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys back here next week for week number 2. Till then, be safe, and I'll see you all later.